So please come closer and stay if you wish. Consent is complicated. It's like I could lay it on really thick. Like, make your rabbi happy. Come close. Hey, Kabbalat, thank you for the chair. Amazing. Ya 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 lai. Ay 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 ay. Ay 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 lai ay ay. Ay 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 la lai. Ya la la ya la la ya. Ah la la, ya la la la, ya la la, ya la la la, ah la la, ya la la la, ah la la, ya la la ya, ah la la, ah ya la la, ya la. La la la, ya la la, ya la la ya, la la, ya la la la, la la, ya la la ya, la la, ya la la la, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom to you who helped set up chairs, and Shabbat shalom to you who are walking through the doors just now. Shabbat shalom to each of you joining on YouTube and Zoom and here in this sweet circle at Shir Tikva. It is really, really wonderful to gather tonight on this last Shabbat of November, on this first Shabbat of Kislev. Very fun, first and last. The days are getting shorter. I don't need to tell you. The days are getting colder. I don't need to tell you. And it's getting time to kindle our sparks, those sweet flames that we will kindle on Hanukkah, the tiny fires that we'll carry inside of us to keep us warm all winter, all long winter long. So hi everyone, my name is Rabbi Ariel. I use she, her pronouns. I have light skin and long brown hair, and I might be looking a little alone here because I'm leading the service all by myself. But the good news is I'm not lonely because I'm here with all of you. As I was walking out the door tonight, Noam was like, good luck. Good luck leading by yourself. He's like, it's been a long time. I did this a lot on Zoom, but it's been a long time since it's been this, but I'm so thrilled to get to be with beloveds on Zoom, yay, and YouTube, and all of us here. And I think that there's something very special in coming together for a smaller service, like a service where you can really feel and hear like the voices and the presence of each person. Like our minyan is also, it's both collective and also very specific to the human beings who are on our screens, the human beings who are in this space. And so I'm just going to invite us to take a moment, if you're on Zoom, to wave to each other, to beam each other love, and if you're in this space, just to take a moment to look around, say hi, thank you so much for being here. This is our minyan tonight. So I want to check in and ask, is there anyone in the space who is here for the very, very first time? Oh my gosh, welcome. Welcome, yes. Is there anyone who's here for the first time since COVID started? Oh my God, this community really amazes me because every week since April 15th, I say this every week because it continues to be true. There has been someone who is new, and there has been someone who is returning. And it just feels so special to get to come together in this way and to welcome our returners from college and to welcome those who are choosing to be here every week or those who are choosing to be here for the very first time. It is just a joy to be all together. So I'm going to invite to help us light the Shabbat candles. Anyone who after yesterday is like, I actually think I need some nourishment. It was like, wow, that was a lot. You don't have to explain it. You don't have to say why. But anyone who's like, I could use just the loving love, like the love and support of my community as I move into this weekend and through yesterday. Again, no questions asked. Just really want to welcome you onto the bima if there's anyone who would like that love. And so let's just take a moment, see if it's you. If you're like, yeah, I could take some love, I'm going to invite you to come on up. Everyone, don't be shy. Great. Thank you. Anyone else? This could be a group activity. And if you're at home, I'm going to invite you please to get your candles ready for the kindling. Our blessings are found on page 2. We open towards Kabbalat Shabbat on page 12, number 3 in the online transcript. Lechu neranena l'Adonai nariya letzuyishenu nekadem afanav betodah bizmirot nariya lo ישנו נקדם פניו בתודה בזמירות נריע לו We'll continue on page 13. שירו לאדוני, שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני, כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני, ברכו שמו, בשרו מיום ליום, ישועתו, ספרו בגויים, כבודו, בכל העמים, נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני, ומולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים, כי כל אלוהי העמים אלילים, ואדוני שמיים עשה, הוד והדר לפניו, עוז ותפארת במקדשו, ישמחו השמיים ותגל הארץ, ירם הים ומלואו, יעלו שדי וכל אשר בו, אז ירננו כל הצייר לפני אדוני, כי בא לשפוט הארץ, ישפוט תבל בצדק, ועמים באמונתו, יא לה 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 יא לה 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 יא לה 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 ay, la 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 la, ay, la, ay, la, ay, la la, oh. We continue on page 17, verse 9 of Psalm 99. So the very last little paragraph on page 17. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu vehishtachavu lehakodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu vehishtachavu lehakodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu vehishtachavu lehakodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu vehishtachavu lehakodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu vehishtachavu lehakodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu vehishtachavu lehakodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. The mystical tradition is to, for each of the 6 Psalms of Kabbalat Shabbat, to take time to feel the contours of each of the days of the week and let ourselves just really feel, what was this week? What was this week? Each week. And Shir Tikva has a practice of singing each psalm for a little longer, so we do fewer psalms, which feels very accurate for COVID time. What is a week? How many days are in a week? But it feels important as we come to Ana B'choach, and we invoke this poetry that's meant to help us loosen the tangles that bind us up, to actually honor this week. Because I don't know about you, but as I was singing Kabbalat Shabbat, I was encountering grief that felt like boulders. And so really just extending to each of us, to each of you who is here, to each of your beloveds who are not here but to whom you're connected. Now, my grief feels a lot like what happened at Club Q, and just feeling the enormity of gun violence in this country, and specifically violence that is targeting trans people in this country. But this grief could feel so many different ways and can be made up of so many different experiences, personal, communal. And I honor it. And it's actually part of how we get to pray together. And so as we sing Ana B'choach together, I just honor the collective experience of this space, the collective experience of each of our beloveds in the minyan. And if you're coming in here like a joy explosion, thank God. Let's dive in with that. And if you're coming in here with some grief like boulders, let's honor it. And let's dive in there. Because I think that the teaching, the wisdom of Kabbalat Shabbat says where we start is not where we end up. But we can't skip steps. We get to feel, we get to be, and we get to pray through it. And so I'm just going to invite us as we sing Ana B'choach to just, when we sing about loosening, let's actually let ourselves honor the tightness. And maybe from that place of honoring, come to a place of opening, to welcome to the rest of Shabbat, to the joy of this time, to the gift of being together. So Ana B'choach is found on our blue sheets, number 1. Number 6 in our transcript. Ana b'choach b'choach gedulat yemincha yemincha tatir tzerura kabel rinatamcha sagveinu tareinu nora ana b'choach b'choach gedulat yemincha yemincha tatir tzerura kabel rinatamcha sagveinu tareinu nora ana b'choach gedulat yemincha tatir tzerura tatir tzerura kabel rinatamcha sagveinu tareinu nora ay ay alay 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 ay ay alay ay ay alay alay ay 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 oh ay ay alay alay ay ay alay alay ay 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 alay ay ay alay oh I believed in solid ground until I saw the earth in motion in the winds of steady change and in the ever-rolling ocean. I believed in solid ground until I saw the earth in motion in the winds of steady change and in the ever-rolling ocean. We come to L'chadodi. We will sing beginning on page 20. When we come to the 9th verse, you're invited to rise in body and spirit, to go onto 50th Street, to go out wherever you are. We're going to attempt something that has not yet been done, which is I'm going to bring a microphone out onto 50th Street. So Gordon and I tried it. We'll find out how it works. We're always emerging. So you're welcome to stay here in the sanctuary, to come out onto 50th Street and to greet Shabbat with our whole hearts. Yai la 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 la, I la I la I, I la la I la I la la, I la I la I la I la I la. Shabbat nekavela lecha dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekavela shamo v'zachor b'dibur echad hishmianu el hameyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad leshem ultiferet velitila Olecha dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekavela lecha dodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha ki mekor haberacha merosh mikedem nesucha סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה מקדש מלך עיר מלוכה קומי צאי מתוך ההפכה רב לך שבט בעמק הבכה והוא יחמול עלייך חמלה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה הנרי בעפר קומי לבשי בגדי תפארתך עמי על יד בן ישי בית הלחמי קרבה אל נפשי גאלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי. אורי, אורי, שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. יאללה לה 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 לה, יאללה 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 לה לה לה, יאללה לה 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 לה, יאללה לה 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 לה, יאללה לה לה לה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לא תבושי ולא תקלמי, מה תשתוכחי ומה תהמי, בך יחסו עניי עמי, ונבנתה על תלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. והיו למשיסה שוסייך, ורחקו כל מבלייך, יסיס עלייך אלוהיך, כמשוש חתן על כלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. ימין ושמאל תפרוסי, ואת אדוני תריצי. על יד איש בן פצי, ונשמחה ונגילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצולה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה שבת המלכה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקווה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת, נקווה שבת שלום. Yalla la 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 la, yalla la la la, yalla la 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 la, yalla la 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 la, yalla la la la, yalla la 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 la, yalla la 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 la, yalla la la la. Ah la 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 la, ya la 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 la, la la la, ah la 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 la. Shabbat shalom. We'll take the next few minutes to greet each other. 4 minutes. So we're invited to greet each other. Please reach to people you don't know. And just wait one moment, please. If you're in the 50th Street space and you feel like it might be a little too cacophonous for you to be in a space with that much greeting, I'm going to invite you just to go into the social hall or the library. 4 minutes, you'll know it's time to come back when you hear singing again. But I just please choose the right place for you as we greet each other, okay? Good Shabbos. Let the greeting begin. Enjoy your breakout room, Zoom friends. ya la 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 la, ya la la, ah la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ah la la, ah la 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 la. Welcome back. Shabbat Shalom. So we will rise in body and spirit as we call each other into prayer for Baruch, which is page 28 in our Siddur, or number 8 in our transcript. Please rise. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ay la la la. Ay la la la. Ay la 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 yo. Ay la la la. Ay la la la. Ay la 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 la. Baruchu et Adonai hamevorach. Baruch Adonai hamevorach, hamevorach leolam vaed. Hamevorach, hamevorach leolam vaed. You may be seated. On page 30, we take a moment in the Hebrew, in the English, in an interpretation on page 31, just to feel the relationship, the intertwining of light and dark, of day and night, the movement of our seasons. ומעביר יום ומביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, המערי ורבים. On page 32, we let ourselves feel woven through with love, a love that enables us to feel connected to those around us, to all those on this planet, a love that grounds us in our purpose. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, והם נגי יומם ולילה, ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. Please rise in body and spirit. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam vaed. You may be seated. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם, אמת. We continue together on page 40. Ya la la la, ya la la la, ay ya la la, ya la la ya, ay ya la ya, ay ya la la, ay ya la la, ya la la ya. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha neder b'kodesh, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, מלכותך ראו בניך, פוקע ים לפני משה ומרים, זה עלינו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. Ya la la la, ay la la la, ay la la la, ya la la ya la, ay la la, ay la la la, ay la la la, ya la la ya, ya la 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 la, ya la la ya la, ay ya la la, ya la la yo, ay ya la la, ya la la ya ya, ay ya la yo, ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני יגאל ישראל. We turn together and we pray for peace, we pray for wholeness. Page 42. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ותקננו בצע טובה מלפניך. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ותקננו בצע טובה מלפניך. Let's sing together our story of tending, of protecting Shabbat, found the first paragraph on page 44. And it's the custom in many communities, although not in ours, to stand during Vishamru, which has, I think, everything to do with reminding ourselves somatically that Shabbat is not an idea, that Shabbat is actually a thing that we experience in our bodies. Now, standing is not the only way to remind ourselves that our bodies are actually protecting, as well as our hearts are protecting and tending Shabbat. So I'm going to invite us now, as we sing Vishamru, to stand or to make our bodies aware, right, engaged in the relationship, in our relationship with Shabbat. And so that could look like giving ourselves a hug. That could look like drinking some tea. That could look like standing. That could look like really just like the feeling that actually is so deep inside of us that our muscles feel different. Really, I leave it to each of us to be our own interpreter of how to embody this kavanah. How risky. So I'm going to invite us, please, to do whatever we're going to do with our bodies to embody Shabbat. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם אותי לעולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש שבת ויהי נפש שבת ויהי נפש ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. You may be seated for a moment. I'm going to invite us as we open to our Amidah, as we open to our time for personal prayer and reflection, to ground our individual prayer in a collective articulation of gratitude. And so whether you're going to share your gratitude in the chat or aloud or just hold it close, I'm going to invite you, please, when I prompt you, to please share what you're feeling grateful for now. Okay? So tonight we're feeling grateful for have in the chat blankets and cats and neighbors and sunshine and good food, support. So let's just drink in that sweetness and the quiet as we rise in body and spirit for our Amidah. The Amidah begins on page 46 and we'll be quiet for a little bit and then we'll come back together in song.
Tefta
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל יושבי תבל. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל. We take this time now to pray for healing of body, for healing of spirit. So I'll invite those of you who are online to please share names in the chat, and I'll look around the space and I invite you to share names of people you're thinking of, and then we will sing together and lift those prayers and hope that they go exactly where they need to go. So tonight we're praying for We sing you healing, we sing you care, we sing you justice, we sing you prayer, we sing you healing, we sing you care, we sing you justice, we sing you prayer. El Narefanala, El Narefanala, oh El Narefanala, El Narefanala. Shabbat Shalom. My first year here at Shir Tikva, handling the mic stand would have taken me about 20 minutes. There we go. So when I think about Divrei Torah over the course of my time as a rabbinical student and rabbi that were milestones for me, I think primarily of a Dvar Torah I gave about my daughter Alma and sleep training. I was newly back after family leave, and it felt tender and vulnerable to share about my parenting struggles with the community. I remember I was sitting on our couch teaching Torah about sleep training and confronting my struggle, and we were all on Zoom. And I said, we learn how to be soothed when we know distress. It was so much the Torah that I needed to hear, and I didn't know it yet. In the days following that Dvar Torah, I was really touched to hear from so many of you about your own memories of helping children sleep, or your reflections on your own struggles with sleep. Sharing my story as part of teaching Torah helped me to feel more understood, helped me to feel like we were inside of a network of care and support that sustained me and has informed how I have come to teach Torah ever since. And it's significant, I think, that this was the Torah that I taught at the beginning of our community's big leadership transition, though I didn't know it yet. Needless to say, as I prepared to teach Torah on Parshat Toldot this week, I was startled to discover that the Torah that I taught on this Parsha last year was that very same sleep training Torah. Could it really have been a year? Alma is still not sleeping, I will have you know, so could it really have been a year? Yes, I said, weary Ima, it has been a year of supporting sleep and failing at sleep and believing better nights of sleep might still be ahead. And returning to Parshat Toldot means that it's been a year since we as a community embarked on our journey together to find our way through the narrows, to find our way into community in new and familiar and meaningful ways. And this year, reading our Parsha, I was drawn to a moment that has adult Isaac creating a home for himself away from his family. He has found his beloved. He gets oriented to his place in the world. And part of how he does this, Torah tells us, is by uncovering wells that his father Abraham had once dug and that had subsequently been filled in. Torah teaches, Vayashov Yitzchak, Vayachpor et be'erot hamayim asher chafru bimei Avraham aviv, Vayisatmum plishtim acharei mot Avraham, Vayikra lehen shemot kishemot asher kara lehen aviv. In Isaac's dwelling, Torah says, Isaac dug anew the wells which had been dug in the days of his father Abraham, and which the Philistines had stopped up after Abraham's death, and he gave them the very same names that his father had given them. Our tradition sees Isaac's act of uncovering wells as representative of Yishuv Ha'olam, his settling more deeply into the world. By grounding where he is and uncovering Mayim Chaim, living water, in the form of the wells that his father had uncovered before him, Isaac locates himself and he makes sense of his difficult moment. The act of uncovering isn't easy. He names the first well Esek because its uncovering bring about arguments between Isaac and others who claim the well as theirs. The arguments continue as he uncovers the next well, which Isaac names Sitna, literally opposition or harassment. He uncovers a third well and there's no dispute, so he names it Rechovot, from the root for space, for expansiveness. Isaac continues in his project uncovering sources of Mayim Chaim, of living water, one after another, until he is able to find the space that he needs. And it's not like Isaac had a simple relationship with Abraham. Only 2 weeks ago, we read about the moment he was brought by Abraham up the mountain as an offering, but yet he now labors in the plains, digging up the wells of his father and restoring to the wells the names that his father had given them. And finding Isaac in this moment, I'm reminded the act of uncovering and of persevering is sacred. It does honor to our ancestors. It opens up new possibilities of life, of Torah. Torah teaches it's okay that this process is iterative. It's okay if it takes a while. The act of uncovering and of preserving is sacred. And I hold this Torah close to me as I open to this next year of supporting my daughter in sleeping. And I hold that close to me as we mark a year of our communal process of learning and transition, of uncovering new possibilities of collaboration. Thank you, music leaders and kavanah givers and makom minyaners, and new capacities for leadership. What was open can close and can open again. We can name when it is hard, and we can name when we find ourselves with new expansive possibilities. And through this uncovering, through this naming, through this perseverance, we deepen our own yishuv ha'olam. We settle more truly into our place in the world. So as I taught last year in this parsha, we learn how to be soothed when we know distress. We have to notice what is closed up, what is inaccessible, in order to resolve to open, to make more accessible. And through this process, we open to something new coming through. So my blessing for us tonight is that we are sustained in our acts of uncovering, Mayim Chaim, our life-giving source. May we care for each other. May we dig in shifts. And as we bless each other in community, may we open ourselves to the nourishment and the care, the courage and the connection that we need to move through. Shabbat Shalom. I'm going to invite our Zoom wizards to please bless us in the chat as we all offer blessings. Thank you. It's such a joy to teach Torah here. Number 3 in our indigo sheets. It's also a year into that struggle. So I'll invite you, if you feel like putting your arms around each other, if you feel like just giving yourself a hug, we will open to blessing. Hamalach hagoel oti, Hamalach hagoel oti mikol ra, yevarech et hane'arim, v'yikarev bahem shemi. V'shem avotai, Avraham ve'Yitzchak, ve'yidgu la'rov bekerev haaretz. Yisimchem Elohim kesara, kerivka, kerachel uchelea, כפרעים וכמנשה, יברכך אדוני וישמרך, יאר אדוני פניו אליך ויחונקה, יישא אדוני פניו אליך וישם לך שלום. יללי, יללי, May we always feel the light around us. May we have sweet and magical dreams that help us on our way. May we soothe ourselves tenderly as we navigate the boulders in our lives and in front of our spirit. May we all see the Mayim Chaim, the living water in us. May we find wells of strength as well as rest we had forgotten about. May we feel warm and sunshine from family, friends, and our community, even though days are getting shorter and even snow. May we find cozy places to spend the dark season. May we always lift each other up, for in that lifting we elevate ourselves. May the light, even during the dark times, open us to new experiences. May we be present to support our children at the ever more complicated challenges they face. May we breathe, 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 nurture, sing, and soothe. May we be blessed with communal hugs, chesed, hearts open to all of us in time when hate is ascendant. May we be the change needed for that better world. May we fill the whole month of Kislev with Hanukkah, because multiculturalism is awesome. May we forgive and be forgiven. May our community always benefit from Torah from many of us. May our relationships have room for disagreement. May we celebrate Native American Heritage Day. May we feel the warmth of Shabbat. May we breathe through the cold. May we all sleep through the night in peace. Ya lai lai, ya lai, ya lai lai. Ya lai lai, ya lai lai, ya lai lai, ya lai lai. Ya lai lai lai, ya lai lai. Ya lai lai. Beautiful blessings, beautiful community for receiving blessings, Yasher Koach. So we come now to the close of our service. We'll rise on page 284, number 19 in our transcript for V'hashevota, for Aleinu. V'hashevota אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים, והשב אותה אל לבביך, כי הוויה היא האלוהים. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו echad. You may be seated. We come now to Kadisha, Tome to Mourners Kaddish. And before I read the list of names from our community, I also just want to hold in our collective hearts all of those victims of gun violence this week. We're in Shloshim. We're in the first 30 days since the deaths of Avon Rusty Nutting, Chelsea Tamanat's grandmother, Stephanie Lawson, aunt of Kochava, Pat Flanagan, Mary Hartman's sister, and Scott Greenblatt, Cookie Montgomery's brother. And Cookie, I saw you on Zoom, and I hope you share stories about your brother in the chat. We're all thinking of you. And we're observing the yard sites. Please just indicate if you'd like to share a story about your loved ones, I come to their names. We're observing the yard sites of Joan Gordon Binder, Jane's mother, John Daniel Brennan, Kate's father, Harold Brooks, Linda's father, Eva Chernoff Buschenbaum, Barbara Egley's grandmother, Herb Kerchak, Frida Marver's father, Cornelius Doyle, Christina Rothstein's grandfather, Carolyn Feshbach, David's aunt, Gladys and Samuel Fredman, Sherry Harris's parents and Shep's grandparents, Patty Carol Hansen, Bridget Sharon's mother. Lottie Hiller, Michael Barr's grandmother. Robert Leclerc, Sego's grandfather. Barbara Lee Johnson, Keith's mother. Macy Orman Schick, Rachel Royblatt's mother. David Peltz, Karen Cohen's father. Gertrude Perlman, Phyllis Edinger's mother. Samuel Schwartz, Eden Schwartz's grandfather. Hyman Simos, beloved member of Shir Tikva. Beth Soul, Jennifer Lewin's aunt. Jack Stetner, Ellen Stetner's father and Rosie Math's grandfather. Dennis Wallstrom, Billy's brother. Jack Weiss, Faith's father. Lou Wiener, Phyllis and Barbara Wiener's father. And Edward Wolf, Larry's father. Are there other names we would like to add to this list tonight? So I'll invite our community to rise in body and spirit as we offer Kadisha Tome, which is found on page 294. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah be'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala uvizman kari v'imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevorach leolam ulalmei almaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal shmei d'kudsha brichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama Rabbah min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru amen. You may be seated. Can we just take a breath together as we come to this seal on Shabbos? It's so sweet to be together. Thank you so much for coming together to welcome Shabbat. So at the end of our service, I'll invite you please to return your Sidurim, to separate blue sheets, purple sheets, sorry everyone, from the Sidur and leave them on the back table. And I would just want to remind you that this community is here to support you. But we can't do that if we don't know what's going on. And so please just reach out to the rabbis, to the Caring Community Committee to let us know what's happening so we can support you, whether you're home with COVID, whether you recently had a baby, whether you're going through a divorce, experiencing loss. There's a wealth of nourishing help to support you. So please share what's going on with rabbis, with Caring Committee, so we can activate our Shir Tikva network of support. If you'd like to know what's going on in our community, please check out our website. Much information can be found there, and you can sign up for our e-news if for whatever reason you are not yet on it. I just want to say thank you to all those who made tonight possible. I want to say thank you to Gordon, to the Macomb Minion, amazing folks who are facilitating things on Zoom. I'm going to move this so you can see my face. To David Bailey for baking challah, to Isabella and Julie for setting up chairs and helping the space feel so grounding and wonderful, to Rondi for helping greet, and Lori for putting together the transcript. And I really want to say thank you to our Shomrim team who are just holding our space and holding us with so much love and care. And in the Jewish tradition of giving, we invite donations to support Shir Tikva's vision, educational programs, accessible services, and social justice work. So please consider making a gift, whether it is financial, a gift of your time, a gift of your presence. This community is strong because we hold each other through. So those were all of our announcements. There's a lot going on. I would love, oh yes, sure.
I'm going to do it. Anyway, I'm Caroline Schultz, along with Rondi, my co-chair, and Shelley. I'm part of the Caring Community. We're co-chairs of the Caring Committee, and we are looking for people to, as Rabbi said, to let us know if you need anything, but also to volunteer. We're looking for people who can do meals, bring rides to Shir Tikva, be Shiva volunteers, to help with cards and maybe one-offs, anything. So join us, reach out to us. We have a sign-up. We're going to put on Rabbi Joey's door, and thank you.
So I would love to invite our returning college humans to join me on the bima to bless Kiddush and grape juice. I cannot with how excited I am to see the two of you, and I'm so happy you're back. Do you want your grown-ups to be here too, or shall you stand, the two of you?
She can come up if she wants to, but she doesn't have to.
Okay. Wow. Grown-ups are like, we will stay here. Come on up. So let's bless grape juice and challah. You can find the blessings on page 5. Do you want to hold the microphone? Yeah. Yes.
Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Bari bari hagafen. Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu, Shabbat kodsho, v'ahav ratzon hinchilanu, zikaron le'maaseh bereishit, Yom Tehillah, Mikra Kodesh, Zecher Siyat Mitzrayim, Yiranu V'Harta, V'Tanu Kidashta, Mikro'olamim, V'Shabbat Kodeshecha, V'Ahava U'Ratzon, Hinchilanu. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh Hashem.
Dramatic reveal.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz, b'te'avon.
It's glutinous, but I think it's delicious. Yeah, do it. Blueberry cinnamon. Thank you, Dave Bailey. I know. Can we just, as a single voice, say welcome home to these? Yeah. So we'll close in song. So grateful for this group. You two are welcome to stay up there. No. Oh my goodness. So much gratitude. So good to be together. Just wishing you all sweet weekends and really peaceful Shabbatot. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, la 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 la, ya la ya la 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 ya la 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 la, Allah ya la 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 la, Allah la 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 la, Allah la 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 la, ya la ya la la la, ya la ya la la la, Allah ya la 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 la, Allah la 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 la, Allah ya la la la, Allah ya la 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 la, Allah ya la 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 ya la la la, Allah ya la 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 la, Allah ya la 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 ya la la la, Allah ya la 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 la. Shabbat shalom.